Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Narito na naman tayo sa panibagong video kung saan ituturo ko sa inyo kung paano mag-graph ng isang polynomial function. So, kung tayo ay mag-graph ng isang polynomial function, kailangan muna natin gumamit ng ating tinatawag na Cartesian coordinate plane kung saan natin ginagraph yung ating polynomial function. So, ano nga ba ang Cartesian coordinate plane? According sa inyong mga previous lessons from lower grade levels, gumagamit tayo ng grid kung saan meron tayong vertical lines at horizontal lines. Yung vertical lines na yan and horizontal line, yan yung tinatawag natin na x-axis and y-axis. So, ang ating x-axis and y-axis ay ninanumberan natin from the center or yung tinatawag natin as the origin. Ito siya. So, yung origin natin, mag-i-start tayo sa 0. Then, yung ating left side ng x-axis, yan yung ating negative numbers. While yung right side ay yung ating positive numbers. Pagdating naman sa y-axis, ninanumberan natin pataas ng positive, while yung pababa ay negative numbers. Kapag nag-graph tayo ng polynomial functions, kailangan natin kuhanin yung ating tinatawag na x-intercepts. Kung sinabi nating x-intercepts, it is the point where the graph intersects with the x-axis. So, saan ba magtatama yung x-axis natin at saka yung ating graph? So, kung titingnan natin itong graph natin na ito, so ito yung graph, saan daw nag-meet or nag-intersects yung ating x-axis and the graph. So, eto siya. So, eto, nagtama yung x-axis and yung graph natin. So, itong point na to is yan. Then, kung didiretso natin, eto yung point kung saan ulit nag-intersect. So, possible na magkaroon tayo ng more than one na x-intercepts. So, ito yung pangalawa. So, yan yung tinatawag natin na x-intercepts. So, yan po ay nasa location na negative 2, 0, and 1, 0. Ibig sabihin, yung x-axis natin is negative 2, yung y-axis natin ay 0, while ito naman ay 1 yung x, yung y natin katapat ng 0. So, 1, 0. Pagdating naman natin sa y-intercepts, yan naman ay yung points where the graph intersects with the y-axis. So, saan daw nagtama yung ating graph at itong y-axis na to? So, eto siya. Etong point na to. So, yung point na yan, ito siya, ay ang x-axis natin ay katapat ng 0, while yung y-axis natin is negative 4. So, therefore, it will be 0, negative 4. So, yung y-intercepts natin ay 0, negative 4. Pag sinabi naman nating turning points, the point where the graph changes is its direction. So, saang part nagbago yung direction ng ating graph? From highest, bigla siyang bumaba. Then, yung pagbaba niya, bigla siyang tumaas. So, yung point na yun, yun yung tinatawag natin as turning point. So, itong part na to, di ba, pataas siya, then bumaba. So, ibig sabihin, itong point na to, yun yung turning point. So, isa yung ating turning point, then bumaba, then tumaas ulit. So, ibig sabihin, itong point na to, yung dulo or tuktok, yun yung tinatawag natin na turning points. So, binibilang dyan kung ilan yung ating turning points. Isa, then dalawa. So, therefore, in this kind of graph, we have 2 turning points. Ngayon naman, pag-usapan natin ang tungkol sa behavior of the graph. Pag sinabi nating end behavior of the graph is the direction of the extreme left and right part of the graph. So, kung titingnan nyo yung ating graph, titingnan nyo lang kung saan papunta yung left side or saan nakaturo yung left side ng ating graph at saka yung right side ng ating graph. So, since ang nakaturo siya pababa, itong left side. So, therefore, falling ang tawag pag pababa. Okay, it is falling to the left. Then, kapag pataas, nakita nyo yung arrow pataas. So, therefore, rising to the right. Ulitin ko. Kapag yung ating left side ay pababa, so that is falling to the left. Then, ang right side natin ay mapapansin nyo pataas. So, rising to the right. So, possible din kasi yan, pwede naman siyang pataas din dito. So, ang tawag doon, rising to the left or falling to the left. So, yung ating right, pwede siyang rising to the right or falling to the right. Pababa siyang ganito. Pero since sa example na to, it is falling to the left and rising to the right. So, a behavior of the graph, pwede rin natin siyang i-describe with respect to the x-axis. So, ibig sabihin, titingnan natin yung graph natin kung ano naging behavior niya nung na-meet niya si x-intercepts. It identifies whether the graph is tangent or crosses the x-axis. Pag sinabi natin tangent, so nung dumaan ba siya, nag-bounce back ba siya, or biglang bumalik, parang pagkakita sa iyo, biglang umalis, or tumalikod sa iyo yung tao na yon, ganyan, yung tangent. Pag sinabing crosses, nung dumaan sa iyo, nilagpasan ka lang. So, ganyan yung tangent tsaka crosses. So, pag sinabi natin tangent, para siyang nag-bounce back doon sa x-intercepts natin. Pero pag sinabi natin crosses, ay nag-pass through siya doon sa ating x-intercepts. So, yung ating x-intercepts ay negative 2, 0, and 1, 0. So, pag diretso natin yung ating graph, yan, dire-diretso. So, etong part na to, bigla siyang bumalik pagka-touch na kay negative 2, 0. So, kung napansin nyo, yung pagbalik niya yan, yung tinatawag natin as tangent. So, therefore, tangent siya kay negative 2, 0. Pagdating kay 1, 0, nakita nyo yan, nagdire-diretso siya pataas. So, since nagdire-diretso siya, yun yung tinatawag natin as crosses. So, therefore, yung behavior of the graph natin with respect to the x-axis is negative 2, 0, tangent siya doon, at kay 1, 0 is crosses siya. So, therefore, the behavior of the graph with respect to the x-axis is tangent to negative 2, 0, and crosses to 1, 0. Since alam na natin yung basic about the graph of a polynomial function, alamin naman natin ngayon kung paano mag-graph ng isang polynomial function na y is equal to x plus 2 quantity squared times quantity x minus 3 times quantity x plus 1. So, kung papansinin nyo, yung polynomial function natin ay naka-factored form. By the way, yung y na ito ay pwede rin nating i-denote as f of x. Yung f of x pwede maging y or p of x. Pare-parehas lang yan na function. So, yung kaibahan nga pala ni polynomial function kay polynomial equation, si polynomial equation naka-equate siya kay 0. Si polynomial function, lagi siya naka-equate kay y, kay f of x, or kay p of x. So, sa ganitong klase ng scenario na naka-factored form siya, kailangan daw nating alamin yung kanyang standard form, leading term, x-intercepts, and its multiplicities, y-intercept, number of turning points, behavior of the graph, and we need to sketch the graph. Yun yung pinaka-final. So, ito naman lahat ng to ay gagamitin natin for sketching our graph. So, yung first thing na kailangan natin gawin is isulat siya into standard form. At kapag sinusulat natin ang isang factored form into standard form, kailangan muna natin siyang isolve. So, isolve muna natin yung ating factored form na quantity x plus 2 squared times quantity x minus 3 times quantity x plus 1. So, magiging ganito siya, y is equal to x plus 2 times x plus 2. Bakit naging dalawa yung x plus 2? Kasi naka-squared siya, di ba? Ibig sabihin ng squared, i-multiply natin ng dalawang beses sa sarili niya yung nasa loob ng ating parentheses. So, isa, dalawa. Kaya yung squared natin naging x plus 2 times the quantity x plus 2. Then, bring down natin yung x minus 3 plus x plus 1. Ngayon naman, i-multiply natin yung x plus 2 times x plus 2. So, magiging ganito siya. Y is equal to x squared. X times x is equal to x squared. X times 2 is equal to 2x. 2 times x is equal to 2x. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Ngayon naman, pwede nyong itong sagot dito, i-multiply natin kay x minus 3. Then, yung magiging sagot niya, ita-times yung ulit kay x plus 1. Pero pwede naman, i-multiply na natin itong dalawang natirang factor. So, x times x is equal to x squared. X times 1 is equal to x. Negative 3 times x is equal to negative 3x. Negative 3 times 1 is equal to negative 3. Ngayon naman, pagsamahin natin yung magkakatulad na term doon sa bawat parenthesis. So, yung magkatulad na terms, siya yung terms na parehas yung variable and exponent. So, y is equal to x squared. Since dito naman sa loob ng parenthesis na to, hindi pa kasama tong sa kabila ha. Itong nasa loob lang ng unang parenthesis, wala tayong makikitang x squared. So, therefore, bring down lang natin yung x squared. So, dito, may makikita tayong dalawang x variable. Itong 2x, tsaka itong 2x. So, pwede natin pag-addend yung kanyang numerical coefficient. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4x. Then, bring down lang natin yung ating constant na 4. Ngayon naman, dito sa kabila, wala ulit kasama yung x squared natin. Then, yung x, parehas yung x at saka negative 3x na x yung variable sa x minus 3x. So, ito, dahil wala siyang numerical coefficient, ibig sabihin 1. 1 minus 3 is equal to negative 2. Then, yung variable niya is x. Then, bring down lang natin yung constant natin na negative 3. Ngayon naman, multiply natin yung ating x squared plus 4x plus 4 kay x squared minus 2x minus 3. So, ganito yung magiging itsura niya. Y is equal to x raised to the 4th power. So, x squared times x squared, kaya siya naging x raised to the 4th power. Then, x squared times negative 2x is equal to negative 2x cubed. X squared times negative 3 is equal to negative 3x squared. 4x times x squared is equal to positive 4x cubed. 4x times negative 2x is equal to negative 8x squared. 4x times negative 3 is equal to negative 12x. 4 times x squared is equal to 4x squared. 4 times negative 2x is equal to negative 8x. Then 4 times negative 3 is equal to negative 12. Ngayon naman, pagsamahin natin yung may pagkatulad ng variable and exponent or magkatulad ng terms. Y is equal to x raised to the 4th power. Wala kayo nakita dyang x raised to the 4th power, kundi ito lang. So, x raised to the 4th power. Ngayon, 2x cubed. So, hanap kayo na may parehas ng x cubed yung kanyang variable exponent. So, ito. So, negative 2. So, papansinin natin, meron pa tayo dito 4. So, itong 2 na to, i-add natin kay 4. So, negative 2 plus 4 is equal to positive 2. Then, wala na. Yung dalawa lang. So, negative 2 plus 4 is equal to positive 2x cubed. Ngayon naman, pagsamahin natin yung parehas na x squared. So, eto siya. Negative 3. Etong negative 8, x squared din siya. So, negative 3 minus 8 is equal to negative 11. Then, etong 4 is positive 7. Negative 7x squared. Okay, so mas malaki yung negative sa positive. Ngayon naman, yung x natin is negative 12. Then, negative 8. So, negative 12 minus 8 is negative 20x. Then, yung ating constant na negative 12. So, therefore, yung standard form niya, kung papansin niyo naka-highest degree na siya, nag-start kay 4, then 3, 2, then 1, then yung ating constant na 12. So, therefore, yung standard form niya is y is equal to x raised to the 4th power plus 2x cubed minus 7x squared minus 20x minus 12. Again, yung standard form na ating function na y is equal to x plus 2 squared times x minus 3 times quantity x plus 1 ay y is equal to x raised to the 4th power plus 2x cubed minus 7x squared minus 20x minus 12. Ngayon naman, aalamin natin yung leading term. Pag sinabing leading term, siya yung may pinakamataas na exponent dun sa ating function. So, yung x raised to the 4th power. So, therefore, yung leading term natin is x raised to the 4th power. Kapag siya naka-standard form, laging yung first term, yun yung ating leading term. Okay? Now naman, kailangan nating alamin yung kanyang x-intercepts and its multiplicities. So, paano nakukuha yung x-intercepts? Okay, since we need to find for the x-intercepts and its multiplicities, kapag kinukuha natin yung x-intercepts, ang ating y variable ay laging equal kay 0 dahil nga siya ay nasa x-axis. Yung x-axis natin ay always equal to 0 yung ating y coordinate. So, yung y natin, papalitan natin siya ng 0. So, if we let 0 dun sa ating y, yan pa rin yung ating polynomial. Para tayong bumabalik in finding the roots of a polynomial equation. Kasi, di ba, kapag na-equate na siya sa 0, polynomial equation na yan. Since kapag naka-equate siya sa 0, pwede na nating i-equate sa 0 lahat ng bawat factor ng ating polynomial equation. So, yung x plus 2, x minus 3, tsaka x plus 1, pare-parehas natin siyang i-equal kay 0. So, yung x plus 2 equal to 0. Ngayon, yung x plus 2, etong plus 2 na to, para x na lang yung matira, ililipat natin siya sa kabilang side ng equation or dadaan siya dito sa ating equal sign. Then, kapag lumipat siya doon sa ating equal sign, lagi siya nagbabago ng sign. So, si positive 2 magiging negative 2. So, x is equal to negative 2. Ngayon, sa x minus 3 naman, equal natin kay 0. So, si negative 3, kapag nilipat natin sa kabila ng equation, para matira yung x is equal to positive 3. So, si negative 3 naging positive 3. Sa x plus 1, i-equal natin kay 0. Kapag inilipat natin yung positive 1 sa kabila, magiging negative 1. Ngayon, itong si negative 2, kapag inilipat na natin siya into x-intercepts, di ba yung x niya is negative 2, then yung y na is 0. So, therefore, magiging negative 2, 0 yung una nating intercepts. Since nakita nyo dito, di ba, may squared siya, kaya siya magiging 2 times dito sa baba. Ulitin ko, kapag nakakita kayo ng exponent na 2, or dalawang beses lumabas yung number na yon, so, therefore, magkakaroon siya ng 2 times. Yun yung tinatawag natin na multiplicity ng ating x-intercepts. So, yung multiplicity ni negative 2, 0 ay 2. So, since ito naman is 3 yung x, then 0 ulit yung y. So, yung pangalawang intercepts natin is 3, 0. Since wala naman siyang exponent, so 1 time lang siya. Next natin is negative 1, 0. So, yung negative 1, 0, negative 1 yung x, 0 yung ating y, then dahil wala rin naman siyang exponent, so therefore, it is also 1 time. So, therefore, yung x-intercepts and its multiplicities are negative 2, 0, 2 times, 3, 0, 1 time, and negative 0, 1 time. So, yan na yung ating x-intercepts. So, ngayon naman, kung kukunin naman natin yung kanyang y-intercepts, ganito naman yung kanyang gagawin. Kung sa x-intercepts, pinapalitan si y ng 0, kay y-intercepts, si x naman yung papalitan natin ng 0. So, y is equal to, papalitan natin tong x na to ng 0 plus 2 squared, then itong x na to, papalitan natin ulit ng 0 minus 3, then, itong x na to is 0 plus 1. Okay? Then, tsaka natin isosolve yung value ng y. So, magiging y is equal to 0 plus 2 is equal to 2 squared. So, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. 0 minus 3 is equal to negative 3. Then, positive 1. 0 plus 1 is equal to positive 1. So, 4 times negative 3 is negative 12 times 1 is negative 12. Actually, bibigyan ko kayo ng clue dito. Kapag siya naka-factored form yung sinolve nyo, tandaan nyo, yung y-intercepts is always the constant kapag nakasulat yung ating variable in standard form. Ulitin ko, kapag nakasulat in standard form yung ating variable o yung ating polynomial function, yung kanyang y-intercepts is always equal to the constant ng ating polynomial function. Mamaya, ibabalikan ko yung ating polynomial function na naka-standard form. So, negative 12. So, therefore, magiging 0, negative 12 yung y-intercepts. So, kung papansinin nyo, yung x-coordinate niya laging 0, then yung y-coordinate niya laging equal siya dun sa constant number ng ating polynomial function kapag nakasulat siya in standard form. So, kaya siya 0, negative 12. Pero yung kanyang basis ay yung kanyang solution kanina sa given natin a while ago. So, yung E natin is number of turning points. So, kapag kinukuha natin yung number of turning points, yung highest na bilang, may mga cases kasi na mas maunti dito yung multiplicity or yung turning points ng ating given na polynomial function. So, yung number of turning points is degree minus 1. Ulitin ko, ito yung highest possible number of turning points natin. So, yung degree natin is yung exponent ng ating leading term, which is 4. So, 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Ibig sabihin, may tatlo tayong turning points para dito sa given na to. Ulitin ko, it's just the highest number of turning points. May mga cases kasi na mas maunti dyan yung ating number of turning points. Ngayon naman, pag sinabi nating end behavior ng ating graph, paano nga ba natin malalaman yung end behavior ng graph natin? Tingnan nyo muna yung ating leading term, which is x raised to the 4th. Then, gagamit tayo ng ganitong klase ng table. Sa table na to, itong degree, aalamin nyo kung siya ay even or odd. So, ano ba yung degree? Yun yung exponent ng ating leading term. Then, numerical coefficient, if it's positive or negative. So, alamin nyo lang kung positive or negative yung ating leading term. Kapag siya ay positive, then even. Therefore, parehas pataas yung end behavior ng graph. Ibig sabihin, it is rising to the left and rising to the right. Kapag naman positive siya, pero odd numbers. So, ano ba yung mga odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So, lahat ng numbers na nagtatapos sa 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, which are, those are odd numbers. So, kapag ganun yung exponent ng ating leading term, so therefore, it is falling to the left, then rising to the right. Kapag naman negative and even, so negative ito, then even yung number or yung exponent natin, it is falling to the left and falling to the right. Kapag naman negative and odd, so therefore is rising to the left, then falling to the right. So, ganyan po yung ating itsura ng ating graph. So, ulitin ko, ang nagiging basis lang dyan is yung degree at saka yung numerical coefficient. So, kung papansinin nyo, dito sa ating given, since yung ating leading term ay positive, so ito siya, then, yung ating degree ay even numbers. So, ano ba yung ulit yung even numbers? Those are the numbers ending with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So, since even yung 4, therefore, positive even siya. So, ang itsura ng graph natin ay ito. Rising to the left and rising to the right. Ngayon, ang ND behavior will be rising to the left and rising to the right. Now, let's graph our polynomial function. So, kapag nag-graph tayo ng ating polynomial function, ipinaplot muna natin yung ating x-intercepts and y-intercepts. Diba, nakuha natin na yung ating x-intercepts are negative 2, 0, negative 1, 0, 3, 0, while yung y-intercepts natin is 0, negative 12. So, sa ating Cartesian plane, yung negative 0 ay ito. Yung negative 1, 0 is this one. Yung 3, 0 ay ito. At yung ating y-intercepts ay this one. 0, negative 12. So, next natin gagawin, kapag na-plot na natin yung x-intercepts and y-intercepts, i-graph naman natin yung ating end behavior ng graph. Diba yung nakuha natin kaninang end behavior ng graph is rising on the left and right or pataas yung left and right natin. So, mula dun sa last na ating x-intercepts, diba ito yung nasa pinaka-left side na x-intercepts, negative 2, 0, dyan mag-i-start pataas. Okay? So, dito naman, yung pinaka-left or right, sorry, yung pinaka-right na ating x-intercepts ay itong 3, 0. So, therefore, dito siya mag-i-start pataas. So, rising to the left, rising to the right. Ngayon, let's try naman to identify yung ano yung itsura ng gitna ng ating graph. So, using the multiplicities of x-intercepts, graph the rest of the polynomial function. So, paano natin gagamitin yung multiplicities? Kapag ang even yung multiplicities ng ating intercepts, so therefore it is tangent. Ibig sabihin, magbabounce back siya doon sa equation, x-intercepts na yun. While kapag naman add yung ating multiplicities ng x-intercepts na yun, it crosses doon sa x-intercepts natin. So, tignan natin ito. Negative 2, 0, 2 times. Nakita nyo 2 times siya. So, yung 2 ay even number. So, ibig sabihin, dito sa negative 2, 0, magbabounce back siya. So, babalik siya pataas, then tsaka siya bababa. So, magiging ganito siya. Okay? Hindi na specific kung hanggang saan siya pataas, basta kailangan tumaas siya, then biglang bababa, hanggang pabalik doon sa ating second na x-intercepts. So, yung second nating x-intercepts ay negative 0. Negative 1, 0. So, yung negative 1, 0 is it crosses or tangent. So, tingnan muna natin. Negative 1, 0 is 1 time. And yung 1 ay odd number. So, therefore, kung add to, it crosses doon sa ating negative 1, 0. So, magdidiretso siya. So, kapag nagdiretso siya, dadaan siya dun syempre sa y-intercepts. Hindi pwedeng kaligtaan si y-intercepts. Then, pagbalik niya, dadaan na siya kay 3, 0. Again, pagdating kay 3, 0, tingnan muna natin kung sasakto siya dun sa pataas. So, 3, 0 is 1 time. So, since yung 1 is odd number, so tama siya na pataas or nag-cross yung ating graph. So, therefore, ganyan niya yung ating pinaka-itsura ng graph. Now, for our second example, if we have the function y is equal to x cubed plus 3x squared minus x minus 3, kung papansinin natin to, naka-standard form naman yung ating polynomial function. So, since naka-standard form na siya, it's automatically y is equal to x cubed plus 3x squared minus x minus 3. So, wala nang computation yan na yun unless hindi magkakasunod yung kanyang exponent, i-arrange siya from highest exponent to lowest exponent. Okay? Now naman, yung ating leading term. Pag sinabi nating leading term, yun yung pinakaunahang terms ng ating standard form or yung may pinakamataas na exponent. So, that is x cubed. So, therefore, this one is x cubed. Ngayon naman, x-intercepts and its multiplicities. Ito ngayon yung mahirap kapag siya ay naka-standard form na polynomial function. So, kailangan nating i-equate yung ating y is 0 para makuha natin yung ating x-intercept. So, 0 is equal to x cubed plus 3x cubed minus x minus 3. So, kailangan nating hanapin yung kanyang roots. So, para makuha natin yung kanyang roots, babalik tayo doon sa ating topic about finding the roots of a polynomial equation. Hanapin nyo na lang yung ating video about doon, which is, we need to use yung ating synthetic division. So, sa synthetic division, gumagamit tayo ng ating numerical coefficient ng 1, 3, negative 1, negative 3. Then, etong 1 na to, ito ay guess and check. Kailangan maging 0 yung dulo na ating synthetic division para yun yung magamit natin. So, tinry ko lang si 1. Then, gawa tayo ng line dito. Bring down natin itong 1 na to sa baba ng line. Giging 1. 1 times 1 is equal to 1. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Then, itong 4, itatimes natin kay 1 is equal to 4. Negative 1 plus 4 is equal to 3. 3 times 1 is equal to 3. Negative 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. Ngayon, since nakuha natin is 1, 4, 3, para hindi na kayo malito, ito na lang din yung gagamitin natin. Tatanggalin lang natin itong 0. Try natin siyang gamitan ng pangalawa. Kailangan kasi dalawang number na lang siya para it will be factored completely. So, 1, 4, 3. Ito siya, 1, 4, 3. Wala na yung 0. Then, pili ulit ako ng panibagong number. Try natin si negative 1. Bring down si 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So, isulat na natin siya into factored form. So, paano natin siya isulat? Itong una natin ginamit is 1. That is y is equal to, 0 is equal to x minus 1. So, yung 1 na to, magiging negative 1. Itong negative 1 na to, magiging x plus 1. Then, itong naging sagot na final na 1 and 3, yan ay magiging x plus 3. Kasi ito ay 0, constant, x plus 3 siya. Ulitin ko, kung may questions kayo, kasi medyo shortcut ko na to dito, pwede nyong tingnan yung ating previous video about finding the roots of a polynomial equation. So, ngayon, equate na natin to by 0, yung bawat factor. So, x minus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, then x, so 1, 0 of 1 time. So, saan ang galing yung 1, 0? Yung x natin ay 1, yung y natin is ito, 0. So, 1 time. Yung x plus 1, that is, x plus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to negative 1. So, negative 1, 0 yung ating magiging second na intercepts. Dahil wala naman siyang katulad, so it will be 1 time pa rin. X plus 3, that is x is equal to, x plus 3 is equal to 0. So, x is equal to negative 3. So, yung negative 3, 0 yung ating magiging isa pang intercepts. Dahil wala naman siyang exponent or wala siyang katulad, so it is also equal to 1 time yung multiplicity. So, therefore, magiging x-intercepts and its multiplicities are 1, 0, 1 time, negative 1, 0, 1 time, negative 3, 0, 1 time. So, habang yung ating y-intercepts, actually, sabi ko nga sa inyo, di ba, yung ating y-intercepts, yung kanyang x-coordinate ay 0, yung y-coordinate niya is laging itong standard, constant number ng ating standard form. So, 0, negative 3. Pero para ma-check natin, compute muna natin yung ating magiging sagot. So, y is equal to x cubed plus 3x squared minus x minus 3. Papalitan natin yung lahat ng x variable ng 0. So, y is equal to 0 cubed plus 3 times 0 squared minus 0 minus 3. So, 0 squared, 0 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 squared is 0 times 0 is equal to 0 times 3, 0 pa rin, minus 0, 0 minus 3 is equal to negative 3. So, therefore, y is equal to negative 3, yung ating y. So, ang y-intercepts natin, dahil pinalitan natin yung x natin ng 0, so it will be 0, negative 3. So, tama nga siya na yung ating y-intercepts ay may coordinate na x-coordinate na 0 and y-coordinate na negative 3 kasi yung kanyang constant is negative 3 sa standard form. So, 0, negative 3. Ngayon naman, for number of turning points, degree minus 1. So, yung degree natin or yung exponent ng ating leading term is 3. So, magiging 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So, ang ating namang end behavior ng graph ay mapapansin ninyo, yung leading term natin is x cubed. Therefore, ang x cubed ay positive. Then, yung cube natin or yung 3 is odd number. So, therefore, it is positive and odd. So, ito yung magiging itsura ng graph. Falling to the left, then rising to the right. Therefore, the end behavior of the graph is falling to the left and rising to the right. Now, we need to graph our polynomial function. So, if we need to graph our polynomial function, kunin muna natin yung ating x-intercepts and y-intercepts, then i-plot natin. So, yung x-intercepts and y-intercepts natin are negative 3, 0, negative 1, 0, 1, 0, and 0, negative 3. So, ito siya. Negative 3, 0, negative 1, 0, 1, 0, and 0, negative 3. So, ngayon, alamin natin yung ating end behavior ng graph which is falling on the left and rising on the right. So, falling siya sa left, then rising right. So, ito kasi yung dulo na ating x-intercept. So, ito pababa, then pataas dun sa pinakadulo sa right na x-intercept. Ngayon naman, yung multiplicities naman niya. Yung negative 3, 0, dahil one time, magdediretso siya dun, it crosses. Dahil one time ulit, it is odd, so crosses ulit siya. Then, since 1, 0 is odd ulit kasi one time, so crosses. So, tama siya, eksakto doon sa ating end behavior na falling on the left and rising on the right. So, that's all. Thank you for watching. Kung meron pa kayong comments, suggestions, or recommendations about sa topic natin for today, don't hesitate to message me.